Exam 2 review, problem 2c. We are going to find dy by dx where the implicit function in a form of 7x to the second times y to the third equals 1. This is the implicit function. The process of finding the implicit function, Exam 2 review, problem 2c. We are going to find the derivative of y with respect to x where the implicit function is provided. To find the derivative using the implicit differentiation, there are two steps. The first step is to find dy by dx, or to find d by dx to all terms. And then step number 2, you are going to solve for dy by dx. For our case, the left-hand side is one single term. The right-hand side has another single term. We start with the step 1. Find the derivative with respect to x to each term. The right-hand side is not too bad because it is the constant term. So we're gonna write this, make a note here. This is a constant. The derivative gonna be 0. But the one that is more complicated would be the expression on the left-hand side. We have the constant multiple. We have the product of x squared and y to the third. When you see the product, that tells us we're gonna apply the product rule. And the product rule, when you find the derivative of the product of the function, it's gonna be the first function times the derivative of the second plus the derivative of the first times the second function. So we can treat x squared as the first function, y to the third as the next another function. So going to be f as the first and g as the second. The left-hand side, since we see 7 as the constant multiple, we just rewrite, we just copy it down. So be 7 and then multiply by, I'm going to put parentheses here. Next step, we're going to find the derivative of the product x squared and y to the third. Equals the right-hand side, the derivative is 0. Apply the product rule here. We have 7 multiplied by the first function, which is x squared, multiplied by the derivative of the second, plus the derivative of the first one, multiplied by the second function. So I put parentheses here, equals 0. And next, for the derivative of y to the third with respect to x, we're gonna use the general power rule because x and y, they are not the same variable. Where the second piece here, the dx squared dx, we're gonna use the basic power rule. Because x and x, they are the same variable. Then we get 7 multiplied by the quantity x squared times 3y to the second times y prime. And I will change the notation later since y prime is the dy by dx. And then next, the derivative of x squared with respect to x is 2x. And then multiply by x to the third equals 0. So then the next step, what we're going to do, we are going to simplify as much as we can and also solve for y prime. So we're going to simplify it to be 7 multiplied by 3x squared, y squared times dy by dx plus 2x times y to the third equals 0. And 7 is the constant multiple outside of the bracket. I divide both sides by 7 to get 3x squared, y squared, dy by dx plus 2x, y to the third equals 0. Next step, we are going to solve for dy by dx, which is step number 2. To solve for dy by dx, subtract both sides by 2x, y to the third. then we will get 3x squared y squared dy by dx equals negative 2x y to the third. And after that, we divide both sides by 3x squared y squared. So we're going to get the solution or dy by dx as the term negative 2 over 3. X and x squared reduced to be 1 power the x, y to the third, and y second to reduce to be just y. So the answer is negative 2 over 3 times y over x.